Yellowstone National Park. Yellowstone National Park, the oldest, one of the largest, and probably the best-known national park in the United States. It is situated principally in northwestern Wyoming and partly in southern Montana and eastern Idaho, and includes the greatest concentration of hydrothermal features in the world. The park was established by the U.S. Congress on March 1, 1872, as the country's first national park.
It is also generally considered to have been the first national park in the world, though some naturalists and others have argued that there is evidence that indicates that the creation of Yellowstone was predated by the creation of Bogd Khan Mountain National Park in Mongolia, which may date from as early as 1778. Yellowstone was designated a UNESCO Biosphere Reserve in 1976 and a World Heritage Site in 1978. Natural environment.
Geology. Yellowstone is situated in a region that has been volcanically and seismically active for tens of millions of years. Tectonic movement of the North American plate has thinned Earth's crust in the area, forming a hot spot. About 2.1 million years ago, a subsurface magma dome that had been building up in the Yellowstone area blew up in one of the world's most cataclysmic volcanic eruptions. Some 600 cubic miles of rock and ash were ejected, equivalent to about 6,000 times the amount of volcanic material that was released during the eruption of Mount St. Helens in 1980.
Physical features. Yellowstone's relief is the result of tectonic activity such as volcanism and earthquakes, combined with the erosional actions of ice and water. Most of the park consists of broad volcanic plateaus, with an average elevation of about 875 feet. 3 mountain ranges, each aligned roughly north to south, protrude into the park: the Gallatin Range in the northwest, the Absaroka Range in the east, and the northern extremity of the Teton Range along the park's southwestern boundary. The tallest mountains in the park are in the Absarokas, where many summits exceed elevations of 10,000 feet. The range's Eagle Peak, on the park's boundary in the southeast, is the high point, reaching 358 feet.
Climate. Yellowstone's climate can be described as cool temperate and continental. It is also considerably variable, influenced by the park's high average elevation, relatively high latitude, location deep within the continent, and mountainous terrain. Plant and animal life.
Some 1,350 species of flowering plants have been identified in Yellowstone. About 4/5 of the park's area is forested, and the vast majority of the tree growth consists of lodgepole pines. Animal life in Yellowstone is typical of the Rocky Mountain West, and the park boasts the greatest assemblage of mammals. More than 6 species in the United States outside of Alaska. Buffalo, the largest of the mammals, were brought back from near extinction, at the beginning of the 20th century.
Human imprint. Archaeological evidence recovered in Yellowstone indicates that there has been a sustained human presence in the region since some time after the end of the last glaciation. There was about 13,000 to 14,000 years ago, with the oldest artifacts dating to more than 11,000 years ago. Little is known about those early peoples.